Okay, let's talk about one of my favorite topics, habits. Now, teaching young people how to build good habits is foundational to the work that I do with them. And there's two really big reasons for that. The first of them is that when we set goals, those goals are useless if we don't have a plan for achieving them. And so, what habits do for us is they create a plan, a roadmap, they create a system for us to do the things we need to do to achieve our goal. And the second reason that I believe so much in habits and I work so much to teach good habits to the young people that I work with is that it's really impossible for most of us to just rely on our internal motivation and our memory to do important tasks every day. And so, what habits do is they sort of automatize for us the behaviors that we want to enact in our lives. So, for instance, I don't have to psych myself up every day to brush my teeth. I don't have to put post-its or reminders to myself to brush my teeth. It's a habit at this point. So I do it without even thinking about it when I, get up in the morning after I've had my breakfast and before I go to bed. It's just automatic. I don't have to think about it. That's what habits can do for us. Now, when I start teaching young people or helping young people build and develop good habits, my motto is always to start small. And so I want to talk right now about the 4 reasons that I suggest that we always, with anytime we're starting a new habit, that we start small. The first reason is that small habits have a big impact over time. So it might seem pointless to read a page of a book a day, for instance, but that page of a book a day is probably going to be, 2 books at the end of a year. And 2 books is a lot more than 0 books. So small habits absolutely add up over time. And related to that is number 2, the notion that small habits are better than no habits. And the truth is that establishing a new habit where there was none before can feel really overwhelming and daunting to a lot of young people. So if, for instance, they're not used to doing their homework every day, and then suddenly we're asking them to spend 2 hours every night doing homework, that can feel impossible and it can kind of make the young person shut down. But almost anyone can commit to a tiny habit, like reading a page of a book a day, like I said, or studying something for 10 minutes a day. Related to that is number 3. Once we commit to a small habit, it's a lot easier to build onto that habit. So we start really small, we build the habit, right? The young person gets in the habit of studying for 10 minutes every day. When we've done that really well, it's a lot easier to just add minutes to an existing habit versus starting off saying you're going to study for an hour every day. So starting small helps us to build up to whatever, the eventual goal is for the habit. And then the last reason that I want to share that I always suggest starting small is that we can commit to something small, but usually when we start with something small, that act of starting gives us just enough motivation that we actually want to continue on. This is not always the case, but it's often the case that the hardest part is sitting down and committing to doing the task. Once you've started, you tend to be motivated enough to continue on a little longer. So I might say, I'm just going to jog 1 kilometer. But once I've done that 1 kilometer, I'm feeling pretty good. And I can usually push myself to do more. The same is true for our young people with whatever the task is that they're doing. Again, this is usually true. If it isn't true, see steps 1 through 3 again. There's still value in starting small, even if it doesn't lead to us immediately adding effort or time or energy onto whatever the task is.